Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 6 of the Dead Internet series. And today we're going to be going through the 2015 version of the Lourdes High School. If this is your first episode, I recommend going back and watching. This is a series, after all, and the other episodes are quite important. But if you are too lazy, I'll give you a quick recap on what we've been doing over the past 5 episodes and how we got to where we are now. So it all started with a few AI Instagram accounts like these ones, and I'm not going to back up any of my claims. I'm going to show you, if you want proof, go back and watch the video. I'm not going to take too much time doing this recap. Then that led us to a school that they all went to. Almost hundreds or thousands of accounts went to the same school, which was interesting. And this photo is AI with this foot here, as you remember, hopefully. And the video is very well done. Now, if you have been watching, you would know that the first web page that I went back to would have been 2020, which is where we found. It won't load, so I'll load it up myself. We found this photo, right, which looks fine at first glance, but as we know, if you zoom in, these are I still haven't figured out a name to what to call these people, but yeah, we worked out that these probably aren't real people, or most definitely aren't. And then that led us to the 2015 webpage, so we went back a little bit further, and that was on episode 5, which is when we talked in depth into this photo, right? And if this is your first episode, you've missed all the context and the description behind this. But we found this figure, and this is where we're at, right? Just notice this person's missing a foot as well. And this is where we're at with this creature with the spaghetti arm, the eye, it looks like. So yeah, that's where we left off last time, and this, like I said, is from the 2015 version of the webpage, which is what we're going to be going through today. As you can see, it is here, 2015, July. And we're going to be going through some of these photos. I have them all saved on my files because this website is obviously hard to navigate. It's really slow. But we'll just let the slideshow on the homepage go a little bit, and you can see, some interesting stuff. But for the most part, it looks pretty good. This chick's ear is interesting. But yeah, it looks pretty good, right? Most of them. So I have some photos that I have taken from this website after doing some research off camera, and we're just going to go through them. And if you want to prove that these are actually on the website, go look yourself. But otherwise, just take my word for it, unfortunately. So I called this one Joker Mouth. I'm sure you can see it here. Very strange cut here. Very wide mouth. It's doing that thing where the eyelash or the hair goes onto the eyelash. Now, this is a common trend. Something that you have to have looked at a lot of AI photos to see. But that is a common trend, and also this chick has got a drooping eye. Right. And also another common thing with AI photos is the depth of field. Alright, the background is always going to be blurry, just because it doesn't want to spend processing power doing a whole photo. So most of the time anyway, especially in older, we'll say 2024, all of the photos had blurred backgrounds. Okay. So I think that's pretty telling, but anyway, we go to another photo, which is called No Hand Sister. Now, if you're paying attention as much as I am, you'll notice that this lady actually featured in the video. Alright, I'll pull that up. Oh. Bliminac. Bear with. This is her. Senior or Sister Ramona Miller. Okay. So that's pretty interesting, to say the least. I'm getting all lost. Here we go. But what I've helpfully drawn an arrow to is the fact that her hand is looking like it's dissipating, dissolving. Now in the video we know she has two hands, so she's not just a paraplegic, and I'm being ableist here. This is a glitch, right? And also I want to take your attention to this country here. This looks, I think it's depicting Russia, right? It's a weird drawing of Russia. It looks way too like folded in on itself, right? But it also looks like America, but I guess that's just Russia. Sure, I mean, these borders look pretty correct, I guess. There is a weird, it comes down really far though here, which I think this is China, right? But once again, it's blurry, so you wouldn't be able to tell. But I just think not having a hand is pretty telling. Okay. We move to the next one, which I haven't loaded up yet. So we go to the files. This one I recently found, just now. I haven't looked too much into it. But this is on the history page of the website. So we'll move in here, and I'm sure you've seen the title was Skull Girl. And it's this girl here that I'm concerned about. Now, you could say that this is an old photo, and it is. It's obviously been copied onto our website, right? If it was real. So there would be some things wrong with it. I'm just going to zoom in as much as I can into this face here. No one, you can clearly see an outline of her mouth. Goes far too far, right? I'll zoom out now to just 200. You know, it's going to basically her cheekbone. Now that's pretty weird. Okay. But, you know, disputable, sure. But what's interesting is this. I have mentioned this in the previous episodes. If you haven't been watching, you wouldn't know this. But this comes from a news site called Post Bulletin Photo. Now, Post Bulletin just so happens to be the same AI news sites that have been, posting cover stories for the characters, principals, teachers, students, and giving them, a news channel. Right, and we'll probably go into the news sites on the next episode. But yeah, there is a girl with what looks to be a skull. Right? And this is weird, actually, looking at it. Why is this like... Very strange, right? this sort of figure. It's like a shadowy black, but it's got like a faint color to it, sort of figure. Like you can see, weirdly enough, a green. Right? I'm seeing hints of green now, for some reason. When this would be brown. It'd be fully brown. Now, this is quite a telling photo, so I'm actually going to try and find this photo just to prove it is actually on the website. I think I found it on the school history page. Goodness gracious. Oh. Okay, the page has changed. Bear with me, because it's pretty weird that they wouldn't have been able to change it, so I must have lost it. Huh? That's the problem with this fucking... found it. There we go, thank God. That would have been bad, alright. So here are the photos. And here is the photo. Yeah, you can see hints of green quite clearly. And a weird coffee stain, stain here. I don't know. Maybe that does happen. Yeah, so it is on there. And I think I'll just check if I have any more loaded up. Oh, I do have the basketball one as well, which is pretty weird. You can see the lettering's all wrong. The S is sort of too short. But what I did point out of this one, and this is kind of a reach, but just like the frowning boy in the football photo, this guy kind of looks upset, you know, with the flaring eyebrows and the pouting mouth. A little bit. But we're just going to end the episode with this on the screen again, because I think this is still the most interesting thing that I've talked about yet, and still haven't been able to come up with an explanation. But I guess we will eventually get to the bottom of this. But the sad thing is, I doubt it, right? Like, I don't know what we could do, but there must be a way. Well, next episode we're going to be talking about the news websites that are associated with these AIs. Right, this AI world, this digital world with digital brains. We're going to be talking about the news sites that have, you know, stories about the students, and you know, where these news sites come from. Right. So I'll leave this video here. I do appreciate your time. Have a good rest of your day.